Good morning, YouTube. Today is Wednesday, 25th of February, and guess what? I am heading to US. We are going to the airport. I got my younger brother here, Iman. Introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Iman.
Yeah, so today I am 9 days out, one digit, which is fucking crazy, from the biggest show of my life, the biggest show I'm going to I've ever done, you know. Arnold Classic, Ohio, which is the second biggest show in the world after Mr. Olympia. I am going to take you through my diet and how I manage my food and what I eat. So basically, the flight, by the time I get there, it's like 24 hours, okay? And US is 16 hours behind. Right now, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:30. When I get there, it's gonna be Wednesday still, but 5 p.m. So in 40 hours, I'm having 7 meals. I haven't eaten yet. I start eating once I get on the plane. I'm expecting to be very light on Thursday when I wake up and hit a new low for sure. I'll be definitely 99s. I was 100.5 kilos this morning and my cutoff weight is 96.2. And I didn't really sleep much last night because I wanted to adjust to US time. So basically I woke up at midnight. I've been up since midnight, and when I get on the plane, it's going to be around it's going to be around 8 p.m. in US, and that is when I want to sleep. I want to sleep for a good 8 hours. I'm going to take some subs to help me with my sleep. So if I sleep there, which I am going to, because I'm a bit tired, to be honest, a bit sleepy. I was falling asleep like 2 hours ago. If I sleep on the as soon as I get on the plane from Sydney to US, and then my sleep schedule will be on point when I get there. And when I get there, it's around 5 p.m. I'll have 2 meals there, so I have 5 meals from when I get to the plane here till the time I get to US, actually, when I get to Ohio. So I have 2 flights. The first flight is around 16 hours, and then it's 2 hours connection, and then it's 4 hours of flying. So 16, so it's almost 22 hours, which is absolutely insane. It's going to be a fucking long day, but we got this. Anyway, I am going to show you what I eat today for next 40 hours, full day of eating. All right, we are at the airport walking to my gate. We got through, I dropped on my bag, we got through security, all good with the food. There should never be an issue with your food as long as it is solid. It's not watery. Like, you can't take cream of rice on the plane. Instead, what you can do, instead of the rice flour, you can just use rice, plain rice, and just mix it with your protein. Yeah, guess what? I ended up paying an extra 200 USD for my luggage. Not that I was over my limit, but apparently they have their own stupid rules. Apparently my bag, I can have 32 kilos, but in 2 bags, 2 separate bags. But mine was only 1, so I had to pay $200 USD, which is almost $300 Australian for that shit. And I had no other option anyway, so I had to do it. This is the airport. The time is 9 o'clock. My flight is at 11:50. So I have about 2 hours before I get on the plane. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna do some clients checking. Already done some steps today. Pretty much done 7,000 steps. And I am good to go. So clients check-ins, and then hopefully when I get on the plane, I can do more clients check-ins. Usually they have Wi-Fi, which you have to purchase for long flights. All right, we are finally on the plane and it is time to eat. It's almost 12 o'clock. I've been fasting for 15 hours. My last meal was 9 p.m. last night. Since waking up, I've had 300 ml of water every hour, so I've had about 2 liters so far. I've already taken my sleeping pills and stuff and subs, and now I am going to eat these and then pass the fuck out. I'm gonna show you what I'm eating for my first meal. Alright, so this is meal 1, which is 200 grams of raw weight chicken, 125 grams of raw weight rice, then we have some beans, 75 grams of beans, 75 grams of carrots, 50 grams of spinach, 5 grams of olive oil, and we have 100 grams of apple with this meal. I'm gonna get this in. I'm actually starving, then I'm gonna sleep. I'll be back with my next meal when I wake up, and when I wake up I'm gonna start drinking around 600 to 800 liters. I'm so tired. Around 600 to 800 mils of water every hour, just to keep the food moving. Also with this meal I've added 2 grams of salt. I'm keeping my salt intake consistent to and very similar to what it has been throughout the whole plan. Alright, it is time for meal 2. It is 5 p.m. Sydney time, which is around 1 a.m. at Columbus. I slept, but I could only sleep for 2 hours. I'm gonna have this meal and try to sleep again. Hopefully if I get 4 hours, I'll be sweet. I am gonna show you this meal now, which is my favorite meal. Alright, this is my absolute favorite meal. As I mentioned earlier, you cannot bring fluid on the plane, so this meal is normally cream of rice, but instead of rice flour I just use rice, and I mix my protein powder with it and the berries and the dark chocolate. So for this meal we have 50 grams of whey, 125 grams of raw weight rice, 100 grams of blueberry, 50 grams of raspberries, and 20 grams of the dark chocolate plus 2 grams of pink salt. I'm gonna get this in and then try to sleep. It is 11 o'clock Sydney time. Everybody is literally sleeping, so I can't be too loud. I am about to have my third meal. So it's 11 Sydney time, which is around 7 o'clock in the morning in Columbus. I'm gonna show you what I am having for my third meal. Here's my third meal. It's a bit dark, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but we got 250 grams of mince, 125 grams of tomato, 125 grams of cucumber, 50 grams of avocado, and what else? 100 grams of pineapple. And guess what? I managed to get some sleep after my second meal. I slept for a good 4 hours, so I've had 6 hours in total, and I'm not going to sleep anymore. So when I get to Columbus, which is gonna be around 5 o'clock at night, my sleep's already been adjusted, so I'll probably go to bed around 10 o'clock that night, and then I will be good to go. We are in Houston, and guess what? Unfortunately, I missed my flight, and I went through security. They searched me for a good 45 minutes, and basically they didn't give a shit that I had a flight, and I missed my flight. They were looking at my luggages and stuff, and they grabbed my protein powder. They're like, what is this? And just because of the protein powder, they were scanning me for 45 minutes until they let me go, which is annoying as fuck. So I missed my flight. Luckily I have some extra protein powder and stuff like that, which I can have an extra meal before my next flight. It's annoying as fuck. I have to wait 6 hours. Anyway, shit happens. My next flight is around 6 o'clock. It is 12:30 now, and I'm about to have my fourth meal, which is this chicken. It's 200 grams chicken, 100 grams of asparagus, 100 grams of capsicum, 50 grams of spinach, and 100 grams of kiwi. So basically just protein. Oops, I fucking dropped my protein. I gotta eat it no matter what. 3 seconds rule. Yeah, I gotta get this in, then I go to the next gate, and I have to wait a few hours. At least I can get some steps in. Shit happens. I will move on. By the time I get there, it's gonna be around 10 o'clock. By the time I get to my accommodation, probably around midnight. And then hopefully I get a good sleep. Okay, it is time for the fifth meal, which is going to be a good meal. I'm still at the airport. It is 4 o'clock here now. And I'm gonna have my fifth meal since I left Sydney. And this meal, we got rice cakes. I got my scale, 75 grams of rice cake on the dot. We have 200 grams of apple, 20 grams of almond, and 50 grams of whey, which I've made a whey drip to put on my rice cake. It's gonna taste like dessert. It's a bit too loud here. The speaker is literally next to me. I hope you guys can hear me properly. I'm using this American rice cake. I still had some from my last trip to Vegas. Anyway, I'm gonna have these, and then I'm gonna walk around for a little bit, get some steps in. I did majority of my work for my Thursday client check-ins, which is good. And then after this, I'm gonna walk around and try to find some grilled chicken, because my next meal was supposed to have it when I get to my accommodation, and it was steak with veggies and some fruits. Safest thing is to get some chicken, grilled chicken. I waited. I was gonna have 250 raw weight for the beef, but I'm gonna have around 200 cooked for the chicken with some salad or vegetables or whatever I can find. And then I'm gonna have that on the plane. Then when I get to Ohio, I'll have my final meal at my accommodation at my Airbnb, which is going to be cream of rice. Let's enjoy this. All right, we are on the plane. It is only 2 hours from here to Ohio, and I am about to have my sixth meal. I managed to find some grilled chicken with some broccoli and some garden salad. I'm gonna show you what I'm having. So this is the meal. We got around 180 grams of cooked chicken, 120 grams of broccoli, and 50 grams of salad underneath. Well, lads, we have made it. It is freezing cold. Okay, so happy to be here. Gonna go get my rental car sorted, and then we head to the Airbnb. We made it. Let's go. All right, we have finally made it to Ohio. I'm in my Airbnb. It is 15 minutes past midnight. What a long day it has been. What a long 40 hours. I'm about to have my seventh meal. So this meal is cream of rice with protein. Total calories for the past 40 hours has been 4,000, around 4,000 to 300 if I'm not wrong. Tomorrow most likely gonna be a low day. We wake up, see how I look, how much I weigh, and we go from there. But I am absolutely naked. I'm gonna show you my food now. So this is the final meal. It's 120 grams of rice flour, 50 grams of whey, 20 grams of dark chocolate. We have 150 grams of kiwi. I was supposed to have berries, but I don't have berries now at this time of the night. I was supposed to get here early, and this is my nighttime pills. I'm also having some liquid magnesium to help me sleep. I want to get this in and go to bed straight away. Thank you for watching. This is how I do it. When I travel, you can literally prep everything and take it with you. You can always take spare protein and some fruits with you in case if you take one of your meals. And there is always healthier and cleaner options at the airport. Like I showed you guys, my last meal was literally just chicken and veggies, and I got it all from airport. The chicken, I asked for no oil, nothing, it was grilled. So you can still stay on track even if you miss your flight. No excuses. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and in the comment section let me know what you guys want to see in the future. Tomorrow will be 8 days out. Thanks guys.